Hello, walk-ins, welcome listeners. It is Hannah from Patient Care Marketing Pros. It has been a while since you've heard my voice, but I wanted to make a quick intro to kind of explain what this episode was, since it's a little bit different than our most recent episodes. So this episode is going to be a clip from our most recent webinar that we hosted back in September with the Urgent Care Association. And so in this webinar, we talked all about how to use AI to dominate in digital marketing. And so you'll hear Nick and Michael talk about a few different areas that you need to be focusing on when it comes to like improving your marketing strategy. And then they also go into a little bit more detail about how you can use AI to improve your Google business profile. There are a few other areas that obviously they go over in the webinar, and so we'll make sure to have the link so that you can access the full content in the show notes below. We also have a workbook that gives you all the prompts that they go over in the webinar that you can quickly copy and paste and implement into your strategy. So we hope that you enjoy this episode. I do recommend watching this episode like on a video, so you can head over to Spotify. They have a video podcast feature, or you can click in the show notes below. You can click and watch it on YouTube. So we hope you enjoy.
Michael, let's go.
All right, so here we go. Here's the meat of all this right here. So when it comes to digital marketing, you have to dominate in these areas. What's area number one? Of course, Google Business Profile. Now, I know that everybody on this call has a very nicely done Google Business Profile. Chances are, though, you probably set it up and forgot about it, and you see reviews come through about it, and you just let it run. Some of you may actually spend a lot of time on it. Well, I'm going to show you today how AI can help with some of that process. It's going to be super important. And like I said, there are some things in here I know that you probably say, I don't have time for. We'll let AI kind of speed that up for you, because it does make a difference. So Google Business Profile, next one we got is, of course, your website. So obviously a website's important. Now, in today's thing, AI is going to help us develop some content and the rules around developing content with AI, because we'll even show a screenshot of an example of a national brand that obviously used AI in the wrong way, but it's out there right now.
Content is still king.
Content is still king. We know that. You know that. I'll tell you this right now. If you haven't updated your website in 3 months with new content, you're missing out.
Also, I would even make the argument, not only are you missing out, your website is starting to be de-authorized on Google. And that simply just means you're being suppressed on Google.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Google wants new content regularly. Now, regularly is kind of put in quotation marks. Regularly could be weekly, monthly, something, though, consistently happening, because from Google's eyes, if you're updating it, that means that it's relevant. So we're going to go through that. Because here's the thing. We all know writing content is a bear.
Okay. Drop a 1 in the chat if you love writing content.
Yeah, if you
for
just
your website or your clinic. I want to know. Drop a 1.
Yeah, come on.
I shouldn't see any, because I don't think anybody. Oh, okay. All right. Devin loves.
Of course, Devin loves content.
I got him. He's probably more the truth of it. Right? So we'll keep going on that. But yeah, website. If there was a way to streamline your content that could give you consistent flow of ideas that are relevant to your clinic, that you could immediately take and write into relevant content, would that be something you'd be interested in? Now that's the one you want to drop in chat. Right?
There you go.
All right. Let's keep going.
All right. So, and then the final piece is Google Ads. So Google Ads is that, like, we fully believe in Google Ads. Like, it is a huge part of the business when it comes to generating new patients for you. And Nick's actually got a full process to walk you through how building out those campaigns. Because here's the thing, Google wants you, like, Google by default tries to build campaigns for you to have all these different things in there, but we're actually going to show you, like, actually you can go this route and get better results, and you can let AI do the heavy lifting. So we're very excited for that.
All right, I'm going to push pause real quick, because I've seen a few more people drop into the webinar that I haven't thrown my original promotion for engagement out there. So I'm going to throw it off one more time. If you're on the webinar today and you turn on your video camera and you engage with us in chat and you stay to the end, we're going to buy you lunch. We'll send you a $10 gift card to the restaurant of your choice, or the default is going to be Chick-fil-A. So I just wanted to let y'all know that for those who are just now joining us. So let's keep going. Ready?
Yep.
All right.
All right. So money is attracted to speed. AI can help. And this is the thing. AI is not the 100% answer to your problem. It is a starting point to fixing your problem. And that's just across the board. If I was going to throw out a warning sign right now, please don't let AI, don't be a copy paster. We'll go through that and show you why that's a problem. But I just wanted to just put that up front. AI is the starting point. It's not the, oh, this is perfect, let me just roll with it, because it's just not. But
I want to take just a minute and unpack what I mean when I say money is attracted to speed.
Yeah.
Then, all right, here's what I mean. If I have 5 urgent cares, 5 clinics in the same area, and Google knows that it's going to be hungry for content, money is attracted to speed. What that means is the faster you can put out relevant content, the more money you're going to make as a clinic, because you're going to rank faster.
Yep.
You're going to rank more often, and more patients are going to come through your doors because you're putting out this content regularly and you're ranking better because of it. That's what I mean when I say money is attracted to speed.
oh yeah,
And AI is going to speed you up exponential. If you really think about it, if you think about math, probably before all of our time when they were doing slide rulers, right? And then here comes a calculator, and it sped up the process of math exponentially, right? That is the same thing that AI is doing for the human language. It is the calculator for the human language. It speeds it up exponentially. So when I say money is attracted to speed, that's what I'm talking about.
oh yeah. So where do we start? Like, where does this all go from? These are the 2 tools that we're going to be utilizing today. I'm going to guess everybody's heard of ChatGPT. Most of you probably have heard of Bard. Bard is Google's answer to ChatGPT. Here's the breakdown between the 2. At the end of the day, they're both basically free. Chat has a paid version, but you can still access it for free. ChatGPT's biggest disadvantage, it cut off its data in 2021, so it's not relevant up to date right now. So, but that's where Bard's really is a pretty big player in today for sure. But Chat's got some cool features that Bard can't touch. So that's why we're combining the 2. But yeah, here's the end of the day. You do need a login for both. Generally just use your Gmail. That's the easiest way to do it, because you can just log in with Google. So it's super simple. But these are 2, Hannah dropped in the chat right there, the actual links. So if you've never been to them, click on them now. They're safe links. They're not bad links. So anyway, so just go through that. But like, this is how we're going to operate today, is inside these 2 platforms.
I view ChatGPT as high quality of content.
Yeah.
And I view Bard as most relevant content available.
Relevant and research, like it helps. And we'll go through that actually in just a second. But all right, so here we go. We're going to get right into it. So we're going to start with a business profile. Here's the 3 things we're going to go over today. Competitor analysis. Now, this so much isn't like 100% revolved around marketing for the competitor analysis, but we all need to know this. Who in here remembers the SWOT analysis they used to do in school? Like, everybody wanted you a SWOT analysis, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And it's
did you say SWOT analysis?
Yeah, SWOT.
Okay, what is that again?
So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. But it all boils back to your competitors, and you need to know who your competitors are. And so actually Bard is really good at kind of pulling that out for you. So we're also going to look at that. We're going to look at some Q&A stuff to help with profile optimization, and then also responding to reviews. Because I guarantee you, not everybody here responds to every review that comes in for their clinic.
And most likely because they're afraid of breaking HIPAA violations.
Yep. All right. So let's just go through. These are actual prompts. Now, I have some defaults in here. I'm very happy and open to using somebody on the call today to tell me what city I should use and what is the name of your urgent care. Who wants to participate?
Yeah, so to be clear, what he's asking for is we're going to do a competitive analysis.
Yep.
If anybody wants to do a competitive analysis in your city for your clinic, go ahead and drop your clinic in the chat and we'll do yours first. Okay, New Jersey. 365.
So what's the city?
Yeah, what's 365? Oh, that's the name of the urgent care. 365 urgent care. Okay.
What's the city in New Jersey? Tom's River.
Okay, Tom's River, New Jersey. Got it. Well, no, we got 2 of them here. So, guessing competitors.
All right, we'll start with Kendall Park. I'll get. Oh, now they're all popping in.
No,
all right.
we'll do a few of them. That's fine.
Also, quotation marks, results may vary. I was checking this morning and it gave me a different answer I was expecting. So here we go.
Let's try to pull relevant information. All right, so let's start with Kendall Park, New Jersey.
Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's see what kind of gives. I've never done Kendall Park, New Jersey, so let's see what it thinks about. Here we go. You showed up as number 1 NJ 365. So
you were your top competitor.
You are doing something right. Here's the thing. If Bard is pulling this, now I'm curious, it pulled a LinkedIn image. That's super interesting. Is that opening soon still relevant? Is that still a thing? Like, is it already open? I'm curious. Anyway, it opened last week, so it's pulling some data.
So it's relevant.
So it's definitely relevant. It's something worth noting. You should go ahead and put out another post that it's now open. Remove that opening soon, because this is what Google's seeing. This is Google's system seeing all this. Anyway, NJ 365 urgent care, Brunswick urgent care, Carbon Health urgent care, Live urgent care, Optum urgent care.
All right.
So
I just make an important delineation here. This is what Google thinks.
yeah, this is what it
is your most important competitors in Kendall Park. So these are the most relevant players in Kendall Park. I don't know if there's more. We haven't looked this up before, but I'm fascinated. Would you agree that this is accurate?
Like, are these true competitors in your market?
And I believe this is Vijal.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So it's accurate from that standpoint. Let's do another one. We got a few people in.
Yeah. Let's try another one.
I would just copy and paste that.
Yeah.
There's Dr. Rop. We got to let Dr. Rop in.
Yeah.
I may just buy him lunch anyway.
Yep. All right. Here we got Tom's River.
Hey, Dr. Rop, what's going on, man?
All right. Let's see what Tom's River does.
He's ignoring me. I don't blame him.
Yeah. City MD, immediate medical of Tom's River, Family First, Hackensack Meridian. That's pretty good. Carbon Health, pretty cool. So I mean, is that accurate? Are those real competitors?
This was Tom's River. So this
So Anastasia, was that real? Yes. All right. So once again, it's not, generally speaking, this is here's the thing. Here's a practical application. If you're considering opening a new location in a different city, let this one little search thing kind of tell you what you're up against. And this is happening in like 5-10 seconds. So you kind of know who your players are. Even tells you, and you can see how it's pulling this data. It's looking at Google Business Profile. It's looking at times. It's looking at reviews. It's looking at everything.
I'm
So
going to do one more. Let's do urgent care downtown east. I'm thinking that's supposed to be Washington, North Carolina, but it may be Washington.
Where do you see?
It's right here. It's Jennifer Page. Jennifer, is that accurate?
Washington, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yes.
Washington. Correct. All right.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Fun. I love how it takes a minute to think about it, which means it doesn't have it preloaded. It's
Urgent care down east. So that's you. Yeah, that's you. So congrats. You're ranking up there. I don't know how to say that. Pamlico. Not as many around us.
That happens.
Interbanks urgent care, Fast Med.
I've seen. Hold up. Interbanks urgent care looks like a boat thing.
Yeah. So
they pulled the wrong picture.
And that's the thing too. Like, but it's noted urgent care in Washington. I don't know why it's worth looking into.
All right, so you have Fast Med, Med First.
Yeah. So you get, and not as many, right? Like you said, there's not as many in that area. So we can see that right there. All right. So there you go. So that's the starting point, right? This kind of gives you an idea. If you haven't looked at this before, I encourage you to go check out for your own. And this is what Google sees. So at the end of the day, if Google is telling you this and it's wrong, you need to go fix it.
So just to add, while you're pulling up the next slide, the relevance of knowing who Google thinks your main competitors are, not who you think your main competitors are, is because those are the people digitally that you're competing with.
Yep.
The reason I bring that up is if Google is recognizing these companies in your area as top-ranking urgent cares, then you're going to want to go know what they know. What are they posting on their social medias?
Yeah.
What are they posting on their Google business profiles? What does their website look like? What is causing Google to recognize them as a top competitor in your market for the urgent care space?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move on to the next.
All right. So the next prompt has what are competitive advantages? Once again, results may vary. Here we go. Well, I don't want this, by the way. It should tell me a little bit about what their offers are. So it goes through some generic stuff. I recognize that. And this is based on the Washington NC one. So, and these are things, but in its eyes, these are qualifiers, right? Convenient location, extended hours, fast wait times, lower cost, wide range of services. Well, that tells me if you're not mentioning that on your website or inside of your anything that's related on the web for your stuff, if you're not mentioning these items here, it could be effective. Like it could negatively affect you.
These are blog topics.
Yeah, these are topics.
These are questions inside of your Google business profile, which we're going to go over.
Yeah. So you have, and then what are some of the other advantages? They have specialized care, on-site lab and x-ray. I see that a lot too. The on-site, who is everybody here offer on-site lab and x-ray?
Drop a 1 in chat if you offer this at your clinic.
Yeah, the on-site lab stuff. Got a couple. Yeah.
Okay.
We know that a lot
So
of you
it's pretty
do.
common.
Yeah, pretty common.
All right.
Same day appointments and all those things. All right. So there's a little bit of info there. These are kind of building topics for you, right? All right. And then
I love how it's Nick's urgent care. I do not have an urgent care.
no.
I wish I did, to be honest with you.
All right. So now this may be weird because I put in a bunch in here.
I tell you what, Dr. Ropp is on there. Well, here's the problem with that is because go to the name.
Hang on.
Yeah, let's use an actual name.
So let's see if it's.
I don't think Dr. Ropp would mind, but we're not in his city at the moment.
Yeah, we're not in the city right now. So sometimes, like I said, results may vary, but this is the cool part. This is one of my favorite things. It does a complete comparison chart for you on a spreadsheet. So you can actually see how am I comparing to these competitors in the market right now. And you can see very quickly. Now this is pulling, I know this is pulling from profile, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can see their hours and the competitiveness and what services they offer. A lot of stuff similar, but then you have like this med first that's throwing in primary care that the other ones aren't showing. And we know primary care is a big search volume. Like that's the thing.
Urgent care down east. Do y'all offer primary care?
No.
I got a 0.
That's not enough. Maybe.
Well,
okay, oh, you do. Okay.
So that's Kayla. Kayla, we've seen you on some other webinars. Welcome back.
Yeah, glad to hear.
So Kayla, my recommendation, the reason it's probably not pulling, and again, this is a guess. I haven't gone and looked at your profile, but there's a category for primary care in your Google business profile that you may want to go in and select.
So I think it's Jennifer said no. So
Or Jennifer.
there you
Okay,
go.
well, that's fine. You don't want it on there if it's not.
Exactly. But
Okay.
this is, once again, this is kind of painting that picture of what's going on out there and what people see. All right. So this is like the tip of the iceberg. So now we're going to go a little deeper with some stuff.
Love it.
All right. So we went through that. Now, let's see if this is nice to me.
So the question is, what are some common question and answers for the competitors that we've put up here?
Yeah. So these are the type of Q&As that they find for urgent cares in the Washington NC area. So this is things that people try to search for around all that. And the reality is, this is where I say you can make use of this. If you ever looked at your profile before, there's a Q&A section and very few people use it, right? Like it's not heavily used. And so there's two sizes actually. One is the profile where you take these type of questions, and we actually have it where people use the Gmail account, ask the question, and the clinic will make the answer. Do you accept insurance? What are your hours, services you offer? It builds that profile, but also this becomes great FAQ stuff related to your website that you probably should put on there. Because if you haven't answered these type of questions somewhere, people are asking about it, and you want to make sure you put out the right answer and not let people just make an assumption.
Right. Exactly. So Devin, real quick, I know that you're on the call with us. Can you think of one that you've built out, one of your clients recently, where we can go show that? While he's pulling that up.
Yeah. So anyway, so like this, like I said, this, even what are your policies, Birmingham Animal Hospital?
Perfect. Yeah. Let's pull that up real quick. So
pets are patients too.
Pets are patients too, we like to say around here.
All right. Can't spell.
So what we want to show you what that Q&A looks like, because if you build out these Q&A sections on your Google business profile, the chances of you ranking go up exponentially.
No, it's blocking my stuff. Oh, I'm blocking all my location stuff. Hang on.
That's not good.
I know. It's all been. Well, I would show you.
That would have been fantastic.
Yeah, I would show you, but my location's being blocked. All right. Well, anyway, so close.
We'll find a way to show that in Q&A later.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So that's kind of building that part, right? So
Hannah goes, that's why we build it into the slides before we start a presentation. I can hear her in her brain now. All right, let's keep going.
So let's go one more step.
See, she even said, yep.
So this, I will say this, I've gotten mixed results on the category side, but we all know there's categories right inside Google Business Profile. I guarantee you probably set your categories initially and you quit checking it. We know that in the category world for Google Business Profile, it changes every other month. They add, take away, adjust. It's a challenge. So let's see if it's able to give us some information here.
And for those who haven't been on in a long time, Google Business Profile is the new name for what used to be called Google My Business.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
To give you some clarity there.
But here's some basic things like this. These are what they're looking for. So, and notice, and here's the thing, you can have multiple categories. I mean, you notice you have some categories out there, but you can have layers of categories, like just layers upon layers of categories.
Primary and secondary.
Yeah. And then sometimes I get results when I do this.
So what's the question you're popping in there?
So can you provide subcategories as well? And it doesn't do too bad. But once again, this is kind of getting your brain moving a little bit. I need to go and make some adjustments. I need to verify this. Here's some other things inside of that. And by the way, when you see this list, like, oh, I should have a page on some of this stuff on my website, not just in the profile itself.
So if the main category is urgent care, inside of your Google Business Profile, you can build out minor injury, illness care, lab testing, x-ray, imaging, vaccines, physical therapy. You can't use vaccines or vaccinations as a primary category, but we all know as an urgent care that you have to show up when vaccines are being searched for.
Yep.
You have to do it through the secondary category.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm a pro tip, use the categories of great service pages as well for you. So, all right. So that was like, let's do some competitor analysis. Let's see who's out there. What are they doing online? What am I doing comparing to them? It just goes on and on. I hope that first piece was helpful to you guys. And I know it's a lot there. That's why we're sending you the workbook and all this. But now we're going to something that's super easy to apply because it's one prompt and it works.
Well, let me drop the question out there real quick before we get going. We're about to move over to Google reviews and how to respond to them. Who is responding to your Google reviews now? Just drop a 1 in chat if you are actively responding. All right.
Yeah.
Or me. Okay.
Are you responding to all of them? The good and the bad?
Right. Okay, good. Let me ask you another question, and this is a yes or no as well. Are you ever concerned that you're going to violate HIPAA?
Yes. Very much, yes.
And then final question, really, and this is just more, you don't have to drop in the chat or not. It's just, if there was a way that you could respond to every review that wouldn't violate HIPAA, that would be helpful. That's what we're going to go through right now.
And it's literally this style of prompt. It's very straightforward. So who wants me to try an actual review out there?
Anybody else want to pull up a review that we can respond to for you? Drop it in the chat. Just tell us the name of your clinic
and location. And
we'll pull one up.
We'll just grab it and see what happens. Everybody's afraid.
You're like, no. I promise that we will not post it. All right. So I know Dr. Ropp. I saw him. So let's pull up one of his real quick.
There we go. Yep. Okay.
Yep. So that's Aspen Medical in New Mexico.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just pull one. All right. Before we hit this button, full disclosure, he's doing a great job. All right. Let's go.
He is a client.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to grab this. That's a longer, what?
It's okay.
There you go. Gonna go there for
the better information you feed these artificial intelligences, the better result you're going to get. I just want to throw that out there for consideration. All right, here we go. Let's get a review out for us. I also want to compare this over to ChatGPT as well.
Yeah. Here you go. And it also tells you why it's HIPAA compliant. That's kind of to me the best part. But and here's the thing, and why is this important? One is that getting reviews is great. We all want reviews. We all want 5 stars. We want people to talk about our reviews, putting in like details in the review. But Google also rewards you if you respond effectively to those reviews, not just like, thanks, like you put some depth into it. And this kind of goes through that. And then it even identifies, thank you for taking time to share your positive experience at Aspen Medical. We're glad to hear that, Dr. It reads really well.
I like how it also addressed a problem that he had put in there that wasn't relevant to Aspen, but relevant to their situation with the pharmacy.
Yeah. I understand this can be like this reads like somebody at your office wrote it to a certain degree.
Let's drop it in ChatGPT and see what it says.
Alrighty. I haven't actually tried chat for this, so let's
It'll be fun. Why not?
find out.
I've always felt that they do a better job on Chat GPT.
Woo.
Definitely longer.
It's longer. That may be some limits there, but
That looks
that's
to
a
me-
letter.
yeah, that looks to me like it wasn't a Google business review. There's a better way to prompt that for them.
Yeah, but
yeah.
at the end of the day, let's use Google for Google systems when we can, for sure. But like I said, note for it, didn't identify the hide around information in that. Yeah. Didn't discuss the medical condition, focused on the positive, offered to follow up offline. That all happened in like 5 seconds.
That's right.
I mean, who in here has ever used AI to respond to reviews? Like, is this something like I didn't realize this was a thing? Like, anybody in here actually used it before? No responses there. So anyway, oh yeah, of course, Devin.
Devin's,
Yes,
there's a one.
There you go. Yeah, perfect. So like, and it's such a simple prompt here. Like, and we're telling you, don't leave your reviews hanging. Like, please respond to them. And now we've kind of removed the excuse of I don't have time. Now you kind of do, right? So you can just copy paste, wait 5 seconds, copy paste, verify, and copy paste into your response. Like, it's that simple in this scenario. This is the only, I would say, copy paste scenario I would recommend out of AI without, modifying it significantly. It tends to be consistent because I've done this quite a few times. And
most importantly, Google scans for HIPAA compliance.
Yeah.
And that's why I like it.
Yep.
If you're unsure if a review response is HIPAA compliant, you can throw it into Bard for free. And it'll even say, you can even ask, I wrote this response. Is it HIPAA compliant? You could throw that in there. And it'll tell you, yes, this is HIPAA compliant. No, this is not for these reasons. Change this or whatever. So you can even still, completely humanize your response, write your own, and just, check to make sure that it's compliant.
Right. Awesome. Because I will say it's like because we've seen a lot of copy paste canned answers on responses to reviews, which are fine. But when you add more depth, Google actually rewards you,
right?
Generally speaking. All right. So that is the Google profile related items.
And that's the episode. We hope that you enjoyed. Again, if you would like to access the full webinar, which I wholeheartedly recommend, I think it's a great tool and resource for those in healthcare practices looking to implement AI into their marketing strategy. You can access that by looking through our show notes. There'll be a link there for you to sign up for that access. And you'll also receive our workbook where it has all the prompts that they go over in the webinar, so you can quickly copy and paste into the AI software of your choice, and it'll create all the little stuff for you. So we hope that you enjoyed. Again, don't forget to rate and leave a review and subscribe and share with your friends. So we hope you have a great rest of your week.